Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back. Today I'm doing this dark, smoky, sultry, emerald green smoky eye makeup tutorial. This is very holiday-esque and I'm very, very happy with the end result. So if you want to see exactly how I did this, keep on watching. Subscribe so you don't miss out on my next video and let's get started. All right, so I'm going to start with my face. I'm going to use the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Light. It feels so good to be filming. I have not filmed in 3 weeks. It might even be a little bit more actually. I don't even know. I'd have to go and look at my calendar, but I pre-filmed a lot of stuff because I was going to be out of town and like also working on Vlogmas. So it just feels so good to be here, to sit down, to film. It's like, I feel like I'm home. And then I'm going to be going into the IT Cosmetics Anti-Aging Armor. Tonight I'm actually going to the Jingle Ball with IT Cosmetics and I'm so excited. I've never done anything like that before. I haven't met anyone from IT and this is one of my favorite products from them, so I just wanted to wear it today, especially just to support the brand while I'm hanging out with them, and plus it's one of my favorite products ever, so I might even use this just as a foundation, to be honest. What is that? Got something on me. And then while I was in New York, I got a sample of the La Mer foundation that everyone talks about on YouTube. So I got myself a sample. It's in the color Bisque, which I think is actually a little bit too dark, just a touch, but I've been using this for now about 2 weeks since I got the sample and it is nice. So I'm gonna just go in with a little bit on each side. Oh wait, that should be fine. I'm just gonna use a little bit and I'm gonna use my IT brush if I can find it. Here it is, my IT number 7 brush. Just put this where I need a little bit more coverage and then evenly bring it throughout the rest of my face. It surprisingly gives a pretty full coverage, which I was not expecting. I just figured La Mer would have only like skin-like products, I guess. So I'm not gonna use a lot of this just because I know it can go more full. And I just kind of want to mix this in with that IT product. Really quick, I'm gonna be mixing the Too Faced Born This Way concealer with the Tarte Shape Tape. These two concealers, I love both of them. This gives a little bit more of a dewy finish where this is more matte. So I'm gonna pop both of these under the eyes. I have the shade Light in the Tarte and this is Porcelain in the Too Faced. And then I'm just gonna blend that in with my beauty blender. I can't wait to have Amanda do my makeup. She's gonna be doing it soon for a video on her channel and I cannot wait to see how she does my makeup because we do it so different and I feel like I just, you know, want to learn a few things. So I'm gonna go into the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder and I'm gonna set my whole face. I'm gonna use that same IT Cosmetics brush and just kind of push this into my skin. This has really been helping with my oiliness and like the lasting power of my makeup because I do get so oily. It helps it just so that it kind of stays more matte throughout the day. And since I'm gonna have this on probably until later tonight, I just want to make sure I'm lasting. And then for my under eyes, I'm gonna use the H104 powder from Makeup Forever just to set this area because that Laura Mercier powder is a little heavy for this area on myself. I always find that I end up kind of like creasing and stuff. So I want to try a new bronzer today. This is from Milani. It's in the color Soleil. It looks a little orangey right now, so hopefully it doesn't go on too orangey. But I've heard it's kind of like a dupe for the Hourglass bronzers, which you guys know I'm obsessed with. So I'm going to try this now. I'm using my Real Techniques brush. Oh yeah, that is very orangey. Okay, I'm adding in the color Glow, which seems to be a little bit more red, so it's not so pumpkin orange. I think mixing these two together is giving me the right color. And then I'm gonna go into the S116 powder from Makeup Forever, and I'm gonna use my Smith 112 brush. Before I go in with my Eda brush, I'm gonna do this first and kind of see what that looks like. And now I'm just grabbing a little bit of the Laura Mercier translucent powder and I'm going to somewhat bake. I normally don't do this kind of thing, but I just take it like the tiniest amount just to brighten up here and along the side of my nose. I don't let it sit that long just because I don't need this to be too crazy intense. I'm also bringing a little bit on the sides of my nose. And then I'm just gonna use the It brush to blend this all away and kind of into the contour to soften it a little. For highlighter, I'm gonna mix two together from Maybelline. I have the Master Chrome highlighter in Molten Gold, and then I have the new one from Nikki Tutorials, which is a little bit more icy. So I'm first gonna go in with the gold one and kind of just hit the cheekbones with that. I'm gonna use this brush from Smith. It's the 104 brush. I guess they just came out with these and they sent them to me in PR, which I was so excited about because you guys know Smith is probably my favorite brush brand, especially for like eye brushes. Very, very pretty. And for blush, I'm gonna use an oldie but a goodie. This is the Milani Luminoso blush. I'm gonna pop this on my cheeks and I might mix it in with a little bit of the Satin Touch blush from Essence, just because that's my favorite. Actually, that's what I am gonna do. I'm first gonna use the Essence Satin Touch blush in Satin Coral, one of my favorites. I'm gonna pop this here on my cheeks as a base, and then I'll go over top of it with the Milani, just because I know for sure I like this one. I'm gonna use the Anastasia Subculture palette, and I think I'm first gonna use the color Dawn, which is this shade right here. I'm just gonna bring this here into my crease as a base. Oop, got a fuzz. Carry it up and out and in like so. I'm gonna go into Destiny, which is this green shade here. Use a little bit because I know these are extremely, extremely pigmented. I'm just slowly working with this color a little bit at a time and just building on it. So before it's blended, I'm not gonna go with more color. So like right there, it's not blended. I'm just gonna work on that area, blend this out before adding more pigment. Right now I'm adding some Untamed from the palette, which is the shade right here. It's like in between these top two green shades. So I'm just popping this here on the outer lid and a little bit into the crease as well. This really is gonna start smoking it up. And then I'm gonna grab just a pencil brush. This is the Anastasia A14, and I'm gonna touch a little bit of Axis, this deep dark tealish green. Put that right here in the outer corner. Okay, on my outer lid area, I'm gonna use the Leave Me Alone Black Party eyeshadow from Dose of Colors, and I'm gonna pick it up on a 242 from MAC and spray it with Fix Plus. I'm gonna kind of flick this up into the crease a little bit. I'm obsessed with that. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. Okay, the blackest black that I own comes in my Naked 2 palette. This is the color Blackout from Urban Decay. It is so inky black. You can actually get it in a single, but I just have it here in the palette, so I don't feel the need to buy the single. So I'm just gonna pick that up on my pencil brush and pop this here in the outer corner and just deepen this up even more. Freaking pretty. So I'm gonna stick with this Naked 2 palette and I'm gonna grab Half Baked, which is probably my truest gold eyeshadow. So I'm gonna pick that up and spray it with Fix Plus and pop that here on the inner lid. And I think I'm gonna add a little bit of Electric from the Subculture palette with my finger. And just kind of pop that where they meet. Then I'm gonna go into the Super Shock shadow from ColourPop in the color Ladybird. Amanda just told me about this eyeshadow and it's gorgeous. So I'm just gonna go in with my finger, whoo, and pop that right there in the middle as well. Oh yeah. I'm just carrying these down here on the bottom. I just did some of that darkest green with some black, and now I'm gonna add some of the lighter greens into this just to kind of smudge them out, make it really smoky and sultry. I'm quickly just gonna add this eyeliner from MAC called Undercurrent in my waterline and just deepen that up there, but leaving that inner part of the waterline blank. just applied these lashes from Velour. They're in this style here to slay. There's some like pieces of glue, not from me, but from the lashes from when they were like glued into the package. So I'm just gonna go over that with a little bit of mascara so that you can't see it, because it's kind of sticking out. Well, don't lock that. There we go. Okay, for my lips, I'm gonna grab Spice from MAC. It's a nice darker nude lip pencil. I'm just gonna line and overline my lips. And then over the top, I'm gonna go in with Bitch Perfect from Charlotte Tilbury. This is one of my favorite nude lipsticks ever. All right, so this is the end result. I am so happy with it. I cannot wait to wear this out tonight and take some pictures. I have to leave here in a little bit, so I'm gonna have to hurry up and get the rest of myself ready. So yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you liked this video. Tag me on Instagram if you recreate it, and I will see you guys in the next video.